The time is 6 p.m. and the date is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. This is a virtual meeting. I'll now open the meeting and take a roll call. Jada,
Aye.
Heath,
Aye.
Megan is aye, and Brian is absent for now. Please note, we are doing a virtual meeting. If a member of the virtual public would like to make comments during a public hearing, please use the raise hand function on Zoom, and you will be assigned a speaking time. If you are listening in via telephone dial-in, press *9 to raise your hand, and then press *6 to unmute yourself. This meeting is being recorded by the local scene, and a record of this meeting will be posted on the local scene website as soon as they are able. Anyone intending to make an audio or video recording of this meeting should notify the chair at this time. And seeing none, our meeting is open. Our first thing is updates is member recruitment. Is this an old repeat or is this new?
I figured I'd just keep it on the agenda until we had all the seats filled.
Okay.
Kind of a recurring item. We did have Brian join the committee. I'm not sure he couldn't make it tonight or not, but he did, get sworn in and everything. So hopefully he'll be here next time.
Okay.
In the meantime, continue doing the announcement at conservation meetings, and hopefully we can get the last seat filled.
Okay, that was my other question. I couldn't remember if there was supposed to be 5 or 7 seats. 5.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next update is trail signage information.
So at the last meeting, I showed you guys a photo of the trail signage that they were using in Marshfield. And
Yeah.
I reached out to them, got some information about that. I haven't reached out to the company yet. I'm trying to find the information really quick. But I did figure out who makes the signs.
Okay.
My next step would be seeing how much that would cost and seeing exactly, how we'd want to do the arrows and stuff like that. So at least they were willing to work with us, the town, and give us that information tonight.
Right, because we haven't even figured out where they were gonna go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very preliminary stages, but at least I know who makes the signs, which, and how much they measure and all that. So, yeah, I guess the next step would be, probably won't be me because I'm about to go out for a couple months, but, someone or me when I get back, reaching out to the company and seeing how much they cost and then figuring out, exactly where you guys want them and go from there.
Right. Okay.
I would add,
Just a quick
back to member recruitment and trail signage with all the kiosks that we have. Can we maybe post a a message up on one of them saying we're looking for another member? I'm sure there's not a lot of people looking at the kiosks like the one at Camp Nikon or anything right now, but in the spring there might be. And I think if we get to spring and we still haven't added another member, we potentially look at putting up some signage at the various properties.
It's a good idea because I actually have got a couple interests lately in the land steward program, and I'm assuming they've seen the signs up somewhere. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because you did have one for the land steward. I thought we had one for open space for a while. Maybe it was at the library. I'm thinking of.
That's a good idea too.
I know the land steward one was up. I haven't seen one for open space,
Okay.
so I think it's a good get some signage up.
Yeah.
Is there a board? Does anyone know? Is there a board at the Reed Building? because in the summer anyway, parents are in and out of there with their kids for the summer day camp. So if the town has a message board, it might be another option, especially since we're promoting passive recreation.
I'm not sure if there.
I've never even been in that building, so I have no idea.
I haven't. I've never looked. I don't recall there being one. But once you said library, I started thinking of other buildings where the public comes and goes from at various times.
Right.
You know, that includes the townhouse as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass that along from Matt to Matt.
Mm.
Maybe he can make a little quick flyer and we can get it up before spring. So yeah,
Okay.
I was going to tell you guys an update, but this will be my last open space meeting probably till April. And then
Exciting.
Matt, yeah. So Matt will be running them the next couple of months. But I'll fill him in when I go back to work on what we talked about tonight.
Exciting. I guess we can deal with Matt for a while. Hold on. Sorry. The next update would be the Bates Pond Accessible Trail Project.
I can't remember off the top of my head how much I filled you guys in last time, but we did get the CPC application submitted for that, and the Mass Trails application is coming. Let's see, it's due at the beginning of February. Some of the costs for implementation was a little higher than we had expected, but we're trying to trim it down a little bit to, you know, be able to get the Mass Trails grant to fund, just like start funding it anyway. So, yeah, I think I put the budget in the OneDrive folder. So for them to build the phase 1 with the viewing platform, everything accessible, came out to like 191, 235. And I think to take out, you know, if we took off the viewing platform for now, that would bring it down to like 175 or something. And we're still trying to work on trimming it down a little bit more to get closer to 100,000. So it's in the works.
Okay.
Wanted to update on that.
Do we know, does CPC have their meeting planned already, or on when they're gonna start looking at
Yeah.
this?
I'm not sure what the date is on that, but it
Okay.
will be in the CPC meeting.
I'll keep my eye out then for their agenda.
Okay. Yeah, and that will at least hopefully get the, you know, permitting and design funded, which would be a huge, huge step.
Right. All right. Next is our action items would be trail work inventory spreadsheet. I did mean to reach out to Matt last week because we were in Blackwater. I told him I'd take a walk because it's still sectioned off from all that tree work. And the front loop is pretty clear. I would think it'd be fine for people like to open it up to people to walk and stuff. My only concern is that like back loop, there's still a tree. I mean, you can climb over it, but there's still a tree down, and I think it's from when the brush breaker was in there. So, I don't know if Matt was looking for like 100% clear or like you can walk over it, but I don't know if he wanted that cleared before we opened it or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I know which tree you're talking about. I'll bring it up to him when I go back in the office, go back on Thursday and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, definitely need someone to go out there, if, you know, with a chainsaw. I don't know who it would be, or if the town could do it, but
Right. But other than that, like where they did all the work and cleared all the trees, there's a couple of like bigger piles of, I would assume, chips and maybe some like dirt and stuff. But other than that, the trails are clear enough. I think anyways, to reopen it, put the sawhorses down and stuff. So, other than that, I don't have any other updates for the spreadsheet.
I haven't done anything with it.
Okay.
It's been a bit cold to be
Yeah.
out in these lands. I did some sidewalk audits, which I'm trying to do the group of sidewalks closest to my house. Unfortunately, they don't necessarily get close to sort of high target areas for what I'm using the spreadsheet for, which is design these integrated trails. Um, there is a trail that's private. I don't think it's going to work even if we had permission to use it for anything, but it does connect sort of from center of town with not complete sidewalks, but mostly sidewalks. So it's worth both helping the planning department with their audit and then also looking to see if there are any opportunities for connecting. There is some conservation, but some of it's private as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing that kind of ties in with that, but it's not a direct tie-in. It's just with the blustery cold, it's been too much to be outside.
Okay.
But I do intend, as soon as the weather improves, to get out there into some of these other lands I'm not as familiar with.
Nice.
I agree. It's just
Yeah, I
too
don't blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, when we
Yeah.
start getting this, it starts warming up a little bit, and maybe some weekends in March or April, we should probably plan some more cleanup days too. I think that helps everyone to get out there and, together and do something. I know Matt's been wanting to do
Yeah,
something with the Henrik property and he's, had these lots. He has to figure out which one's going to be our access point. I don't know where we are there, but hopefully that'll be resolved in the near future.
All right. Nothing else. Next is open forum. I don't have anything for open forum. My big thing was Blackwater. Um, that's all I have.
yeah, I don't really have anything. I'm sure when Matt comes on next month, he'll have some updates for you guys. He's been doing a lot of things in the works, so.
Well, I'm looking at the guide to Kingston conservation that he sent us.
I was just gonna mention that. Yeah.
And it looks pretty good. I'm looking at where there's a satellite view of the Callista property. And I suspected it probably went past the train tracks, but wasn't positive about that. I couldn't get, when I went there the other couple of times, I couldn't get to the train tracks, so it gets a little swampy, maybe certain times of the year before you get that far. But I can see where there's marshland involved as well. I don't know if if we should necessarily be walking out there or not, but if it's explorable, I'd like to get out there and have a look at some point.
Yeah, I have made it out to the train tracks before. Maybe when it's not so wet, you could try or show you how to get out there one day. But it is pretty nice when you get out to the tracks. It like opens up to the marsh. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a little boggy, it's a little swampy there. But that might have just been the time of year that I was there.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
And I would say there's probably, if the condition is the same as when I was there, there's probably at least a 1 to 2 hour cleanup for 2 or 3 people. That could be
Wow.
done as like if we were planning on going to a property like Henrik or something, and then if Matt says, "Oh, can't make it," Callista would be another place, a good substitute for the day, as long as we had, the stuff to clean up litter and some of the other things that need to be done there.
Maybe we should make note of that on the spreadsheet so that we don't forget in
Yeah,
the next few months.
I'll take a look at that. I think I did have that there. There's basically probably one that, as I remember it, was probably a year ago. there's probably 1 to 2 contractor bag size trash bags of general litter, maybe some refundables. There are some bricks. There is like some cement, like a cement block that someone poured to hold up like a signpost or something that somehow got dragged in there. So somebody with a truck or an SUV would probably remove that. Excuse me. So you probably want a dolly that could traverse the land to, put that on and drag it out. But it's not a big production. The other one Matt was saying was the Patuxent Park, where it looks like people have been sneaking in and drinking beers, leaving the cans all around. I've not been able to get in there and locate where that is, to get a view for myself, but the Callisto one seemed like it could be fairly easy.
Okay. Jada, do you have anything for open forum?
I do not, but I can add one day because I don't live far from the Patuxent Park one. It's literally walking distance for me. That one day when it does get warmer out, I could always go there and check it out. I've been meaning to do that. I just been forgetful and it's been cold out. So
Yes, yeah.
but I can do that when it gets warmer out and check it out and add it to our little inventory spreadsheet thing.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Other than that is our meeting minutes, which I read from last time. I think the minutes are good. You have a spelling mistake right here on the agenda, but that happens every time you type the name Brian, turns it to Brain. Happens to me all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Is that on the agenda? Or
Yeah,
what did you say it was at?
it's on my dialogue.
Yeah,
Okay.
The website or the web page where I have the minutes open to, it doesn't like the comma under action items A, the one in the last sentence between applications, the word applications and the word and. The only other things it
Okay.
doesn't like are things it just wouldn't recognize, like mass trails. But I read
Oh.
through it anyway for all the other stuff that didn't, that wouldn't be a spelling error or grammatical or whatever, so. I'm fine with it. I can make a motion if everybody else is fine with it.
Sure.
All right, then I move that the Open Space Committee accept the minutes of the Space Committee meeting of December 3rd, 2024.
I can second that.
Great. We'll do a roll call. Heath,
Aye.
Jada,
Hi.
and Megan is an aye, so the minutes are accepted. There's a note here that for now the future meetings will be virtual only.
Yes. I expect at least February, March, possibly April. After that, I think you could probably go back to in person, but
Right.
Matt's gonna run them for the next couple months.
Mhm. Are you gonna be at conservation tomorrow?
No, it's my son's birthday, so
Oh, nice. Okay.
day off.
Yeah.
So
Well, if I
I'll be
don't see
back
you,
on
if I don't see you, good luck before you leave.
thanks.
And
I appreciate it.
I hope everyone is happy and healthy.
Thank you.
All right. If there is
Hope
nothing
you
else,
guys have-
Yep, I will second what she said about good luck and all that. Enjoy
Yeah.
the time, and it's a special time.
it's exciting.
Thank you.
It's exciting.
Hope you guys have a good winter and
Thank you. Thank
see
you.
you in the
All right, let me do the closing remarks and then we will be all set. The next meeting will be held Tuesday, February 4th, 2025, starting at 5:45 p.m. The time is now 6:20. And will a member make a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn this meeting of the Open Space Committee at 6:20.
I can second that.
All right, Heath,
Aye.
Jada,
Hi.
and Megan is an aye, so it passes and our meeting is over.